Hello my beautiful people. So this is the sewing tutorial of the last video we posted on flea gowns. So remember the style we want to sew, the beautiful flea gown. You can see it on the screen. We're going to be joining the upper bodies, and this is the lining of it. Before we'll do the same for the back. You see I've gone ahead to gum everything, so I could join the front and show it to you. So this is the front of the bodice, side panel to the center, just as seen. I'll open it up and give it a good press. I'll do the same thing to the back too before cutting the neck. You see how it is. See how beautiful it is. I'll just open it up like I said. I'll give it a good press. I'll do the same thing for the lining before I cut the neck. So you can see I've gone ahead to cut the neck. I've just joined the shoulders, the front bodies to the back bodies, and I also joined the side, taking my client's shape. After joining the side, then I'm going to join the flea to this dress. So this is the back of this dress. You can see how neatly it was placed. This is the lining of the dress where I put my breast cup, and you can also see that this is the part where I joined the back to the front bodies. Now the back I sewn that too, but I'm going to open it up to put a zipper later. At this point, I will use the flea that I cut earlier to join to the downside of the upper bodice and show you what it looks like. Ta-da! This is what it looks like. You can see the flea. I just did a little plating in front and behind. So this is a flea to the upper bodice, and it's time for us to cut the sleeve. I'll be using the same fabric for the sleeve, and I'll be cutting the sleeve as 360, but in this time I'll be cutting it, we'll be cutting about four of this, for one sleeve, four for one sleeve, for another sleeve, which means I'm going to be dividing the armhole by 4 before using it to cut the sleeve. So I'll do the same thing also for the lining that I'll use for this sleeve, because I want it to be full. That is why I'm cutting it this way, and I don't want to use a crinoline for this sleeve. You can as well use a crinoline for your sleeve. You can as well use your gum stay to make it thick, but I just want it to be soft, but I still want it to be full. Fold your fabric into 2 and then into 4 as seen, and then mark that particular point. I'm using 1.2 inch for this, and you can see I'm using 7 inches for about 7 inches. You can later trim it to 7 for the length of the sleeve. I'll be cutting about 4 of these for one sleeve and 4 of these for another sleeve. I'll also cut 4 for lining, 4 for the second lining, which is giving me a total of 8 for one sleeve and 8 for another sleeve, which is 18. And remember, when you're cutting this sleeve, the armhole should be, divide your armhole by 4, and whatever amount it gives to you, you can now divide it by 6.28. Then you will notice that your first cutting, which is where your armhole will be, is going to be smaller, because after cutting this dress, after cutting this sleeve right now, and I'll cut 4 of these, you wouldn't want it to be too big, so you have to divide your armhole by 4 before getting this particular point for the sleeve, the main sleeve for the armhole. After cutting this, I will go ahead and cut another one. Remember, this is not the only one I'm using for the sleeve. I'll need 4 of these for one sleeve, 4 of these for another sleeve. So in total, I'll be cutting 18, because I'll also want to use this fabric for my lining. I'll use it as my lining, because I wouldn't want another color to show as the lining. I want this one too. So I'll cut 18 of this. I'll be cutting 16 of this rather, because a particular sleeve will give us 8 and another one will give us 8. I'll be cutting 16 of this. Please, if there's anything you need me to explain more, you can just drop it in the comment section and I'll give you a reply. Just make sure you place this thing very well the way it's supposed to place it, and I'll go ahead and cut the second one, then I'll cut all of camera and show it to you. So this is what I have. You can see they're all in flay form. I'll open the center. I'll just open one side of it, of each, and then join them together to give me a beautiful sleeve. Now remember, I'm doing this because I want it to be very full and I don't want to use a crinoline. I still want to give it that coily effect. I want it to look okay without having to put a lot of things inside to make it flay up. So this point right now, I'm opening the center, just one side of it, just one side of it. I'm open the center like this for all of them, because I'll need 4 of these for one sleeve and 4 of these for another sleeve. So this is the 4 I'll be using for one sleeve. I'm just open it up like this. Make sure you open it up like this, because of course that center is not enough to go through your armhole. That's why you have 4, so that once you join them together, you now have enough of this to go over your armhole and also to pleat. So this is it. I'll just give it a little joining. We'll just join the side of it. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly click on the button, the subscription button, if you like this tutorial. Also like this video and say something nice to encourage me. So this is me just joining, pinning it, and I'll go ahead and join everything. Also do the same thing for my lining. Turn it over and give it a good press before I'll attach it to the sleeve. So this is what it looks like after joining the first one. This is what it looks like. You can see it's open. I just had to move the camera a little bit for you to see. This is what it looks like. It's full. The armhole, the space is still free. Imagine using your exact armhole for this to have been way bigger. So this is my dress after joining the upper and the lower part of the dress. This is the armhole. I'll just trim a bit and I will attach my sleeve to my armhole. Now you can see my sleeve over there. I've gone ahead to join the down of it. You can see the sleeve over there, the lining of it rather, and I turned it, pressed it very well. I ironed it very well, and I'll be attaching it to my armhole. So if you find out that your armhole is not properly trimmed, just trim it very well. Trim it very well before attaching your sleeve to your dress. So this little opening that I have here, I'm going to be closing it. I'll close it and lock it. Make sure that place is equal before I start attaching the sleeve. You can see it's quite big, so I'll be doing some pleating on it, and after everything I'll do it for both sleeves and I'll show you what it looks like. So I've joined the sleeve to my dress, so my dress is ready. You can see how full this flare is. If you had just cut 360, it wouldn't have been as full as this. But see how it's looking. It's full. I didn't add anything to it. I didn't add gum stick to it. I didn't add any crinoline to it. But it's already looking full and it's not going to be heavy. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, kindly click the like button if you like this video, and if you want more, please subscribe to my channel. And thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.